we got some of our friends here and their talents. Since you're a judge.
Oh, you want me to judge them?
Yeah, I want you to judge.
Okay.
Okay, this first one is David's basketball ability. Let's take a look.
Dobrik.
Probably the smoothest game winner I've
Would he
ever
pass on
hit.
AGT with this? Could he get a spot at the Venetian? Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay, that one's good.
Now, how many tries before you actually got that?
I wasn't there for that, but,
no, but
probably
you would
14.
Imagine, yeah. So the actual if that video was what he did on stage, if he went, ladies and gentlemen, David Dobrik,
Yeah.
and you had a bat, then yes, that's almost golden buzzer worthy.
Yes.
But watching him get to that point and try 14 times,
Yeah.
it's not much.
Is it hard for you to be the villain up there on?
I'm not the villain. I'm the honest.
Or when you
honesty.
fall into that.
People say that, but the truth is that was the hardest thing for me in judging AGT. Is I got the job after Deal or No Deal finished on NBC, and then they asked me, "Would you like to do one of our other shows? We have America's Got Talent," and I said, "Yeah." And at that time, we used to travel the show. You know, we would tonight. Everybody who's auditioning is from Seattle, Washington State, or wherever we were, Texas or wherever we were, and so it was the hometown crowd watching hometown people.
Yes.
So they would say, so you'd see everybody,
right.
everybody from Washington. This little girl from Washington is singing a song and to her that she wrote about her grandmother who had just passed a week ago, and then you found that if you said, you're really wonderful, but I didn't really get the song, that the audience would just boo and rip you a new asshole from behind. And the hardest thing for me to be in front of people, I have spent 40 years and up at that time maybe 30 something years in the business, just to be a stand-up comic, just to be liked, applauded, and cheered at by strangers was my whole goal.
It's your whole thing.
My whole goal. So to say something just even honestly and be booed, it was really hard. But then what I learned when we used to watch back the show, because if you watch at the beginning, I was much softer, but I don't think people were really reacting to me because you look like I was just trying to be liked by the audience I look like I was just trying to be liked.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting at home, and that's what I realized, when you're sitting at home, and there's millions more at home than are in that room, when you're sitting at home watching, you go, oh my God, that's off key. Or, oh my God. And then if you listen to somebody going, oh my God, that's off key, and then you go, you are such a joy. That was amazing. Then I just look like more of an idiot.
Right.
So if I'm honest without being mean, to go, listen, it was off key. I'm going to be honest with you. So maybe, I don't know if it was the pressure, I don't know, and you do that, then I think that more people appreciate honesty and authenticity than they do about lying to try to get people to like you.
Yeah, well, that's quite the matrix there that you're kind of going through.
Not anymore. So now I don't, I remove myself from the people sitting behind me, and I remove myself from the comments online, and I just sit there and I go, listen, ultimately America is going to vote.
Right.
And ultimately, all talent is subjective, and there's always more people that don't like something or aren't interested in something than are interested in something. I've told the story so many times, but when I sell out in any city, there's always millions more that haven't bought tickets than the few thousand that have decided to, put a couple of bucks out to come see me. So that being said, I'm just there, with my experience to go, I don't get it. I don't know what you did, or that was wonderful. Or sometimes I'll just be, just honest to go, I just don't get it.
Do you ever look at the other judges that say this is great and go like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do. And that's the beauty. Simon, Sophia, Heidi, and myself are legitimately friends and do talk to each other off the show and hang out off the show. And it's kind of fun if you're going to go watch something on TV and you're all sitting in your living room and you're watching it. And she goes, isn't this great? And if I was sitting on the couch, I go, what do you mean that's great? That's terrible. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that we come from very different backgrounds, we're all very different people. we don't agree, but we respect each other. But I will go, well, really? You think that was amazing?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and we disagree. And I think that's what makes us probably one of the strongest panels on these talent shows is the fact that we don't agree and we're all honest and not trying to get one more person to like us because we're supposedly being nice.
Are you judging ultimately as to who could hold a room in Vegas? Is that what you're judging, or you're just judging talent?
Yes, I'm just judging of, and we all are, of how it moves us. I find that people who comment, they go, "Well, why would you even vote that? That would never be an hour show in Vegas." The truth is that is a compliment to somebody. If I see something, you know, that there is this season has been spectacular. Season 17 has gotten the most amazing talents, and I think because of COVID, you know, people weren't allowed to travel for the last 2 years, so they've been pent up practicing. We do have a lot of draw from people from all over the world, and they weren't allowed to travel because of COVID restrictions, and now they're all here.
Oh, wow.
So there are so many acts on the show that you can see, oh my God, this is a Vegas show. So that's a compliment. That's not that you don't need it to be a Vegas show. There's not, but it is amazing. You know, I saw a guy doing yo-yo like I've never seen yo-yo before. I don't know if that's a Vegas show, but the guy is absolutely one of the most spectacular. When he said he was a yo-yo, my dad was a yo-yo champion. I was ready to be bored by just.
Oh, then you're biased.
What?
You're biased a little bit.
No, I was ready to be bored.
Your dad was a yo-yo champion.
Yeah, but that's not what I loved most about him.
Right.
But this kid was just amazing. He was like an acrobat, and he was doing flips, and he was dancing, and he was kind of making it kind of cool and fun. But I don't know that it's a whole Vegas show, but wow, he deserved to move on.
Yeah. All right, let's look at another video. Here we go. Here's somebody else, and another one of my friends and their talents. This is Mariah. She's a dancer. Here we go. Do we have audio in this, guys?
Wow, she's dancing a cappella without music. I love that. Oh. You have to tell her to come on.
Yeah? Really? Oh my God. Mariah, you're getting an invite. Amazing. Okay.
She is really good. She has studied.
Yeah. She teaches my daughter. She's
like a not only a dancer, but she's like an acrobat or a gymnast. It looks like the floor exercises that you see in the Olympics.
Yeah, she's super talented, and her dream is to be a dancer. But I think she makes way more money doing social media. So it's one of those.
Is she making money doing social media?
Yeah, she's on a really big podcast, Unfiltered, and yeah, she's really great. Close friend of mine. Yeah.
But so why aren't you giving her the full plug?
I did. She's on Unfiltered. Mariah Moto, yeah.
Mariah Moto.
Yeah, she's Zane Heath's girlfriend, Zane and Heath. You know Zane and Heath?
Yes.
Yeah, and she's on there. Yeah, she's a talented editor. Okay, next, go ahead. Let's move through. This is Scotty Sire. Here we go, a singer.
Us in the park, we'll get dinner after dark, and I'll be with you every second in between. Write our names inside a heart, we will never fall apart. Let's spend forever together, just you and me. La da da da.
Okay, that's good.
La da.
It's fine. That's the one where I say he's probably good. He'll probably have a big career. It's just that.
For you personally,
was that an original?
Yeah, it's original.
I always get jealous of people who write original music.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why. Because as somebody who writes comedy, like he was doing, play it from where it just was.
La da da da. La.
That's it. Stop. So we saw 30 seconds, and he's already going la da da da, la di da da, la di di. Don't you wish you can do that in comedy? Like if you're going to write a song, you gotta come up with words. You know, it's like two guys walk into a bar, and then la da da da, la di di da,
it's the best.
Do di 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 da do.